Hello, I'm Dropin, and welcome back to The Last Plague Blight, where of course we have a new update that's added house building, seasons, and also injuries. House building is probably what I'm looking forward to the most, but the others are good. So we set up our little camp down here, and I think today's plan is to try and get some copper and tin, and looking at the map, I've already had a look around. This is definitely going to be the best spot because it's nice and mountainous. There's rocky outcrops, which is what we're looking for. There's also cliff faces. So there's a good chance we're going to find a few caves down here as well. And this is a good spot for tin, copper. You also might find a bit of iron on the surface as well. And as I say, there could be some caves. There's this place out here to the sort of east. And there's a few little ones up here as well. But I think this is probably the best bet because we can just run down here, hopefully. There's not too much blight around and get there. I've also got this thing going, and yes, everything is now finished harvesting or hardening, sorry. So I've got the blade mold, so I need to put that in, and then I've got a couple of bricks. I can't get anything else in here until we get the bigger one. We're going to need the crucible, and that's a couple of nail molds as well. So that's good. We're also going to want to put some extra fuel in there, aren't we? Let's just chuck. We'll probably put 2 more in there. Actually, we might just want to put 3. No, I think that'll be fine. 51 minutes. I think that'll be fine. So let's come over here. We'll put the crucible in the crucible furnace, and then we will place these nail molds on the floor. So we can get a table, we're just going to have to put them on the floor. So yeah, and also made the clay bowl because it's a little more sort of cost effective, as it were, with the water than this stone bowl. So let's kind of drink all of that. And then, oh, let's just going to chuck the last little bit away. Put that in my hand, and then we'll fill that one up because it's a little better with boiling water and that sort of thing. So yeah, definitely want to use that. You probably want to get this straight away and ignore the stone bowl, but either way that's fine. Let's make our way back to here, and then we'll just chuck that in and set that off. It's all good. And then I've got a couple of bricks hardened. Let's put those over here because we'll need them later on for other things, the other kiln, etc. So making some extras is not necessarily a bad thing. I also made this stick crate and put some things in there. And let's just chuck that away. Looking pretty good on the food and water, so we've got a good enough time to go out. I will check the fish trap, but I think for now I'm just going to leave it. Someone said as well, if you let the fish die, I'm assuming in the trap, they don't have blight. I'm not sure if that's true, but we'll kind of leave that for now. We don't need to take them out because last time I played it, they went off really quickly. Like they were, you know, you took them out and they'd gone off really fast. So we want to go south this way. Yep, so we kind of want to run back the way we came. That's good. And we'll go and head over there. There should also potentially be some log cabins. Let's switch to third person as well. It's a bit better when you're out exploring. When I'm in the camp, I like the kind of top-down view. I find it easier. But when you're out exploring, you kind of see ahead a little bit more. So, oh, I did make a load of spears and I left them back at base. Okay, so here we are. Looks like there's some blight on the road. We are just at this crossroad, so we're going to just keep making our way south. I'll say I did pick up a load of spears and make them, so I'm just going to grab those. I also grabbed these Olindia flowers as well, because we will need those later. So my advice, if you see those things, and the milk thistle, for instance, grab it, because, yeah, it's going to be pretty handy. I think I might just grab the dandelions as well, to be honest. Those are the sort of things that we do want, but I could go out and get those. I don't want to fill my backpack up too early. So if we can get the copper and tin, we can then make bronze, and we can use that to make nails. We might even find a cabin out here that we can take things apart and get the nails from those, which is always a good source of nails. Hopefully we can do that, because I really want to get the new backpack, because the bigger backpack, it's like twice the size of this. It might even be a little bit more than twice the size, but it's humongous. So I would recommend going for that as quickly as you can. Now let's make our way down here. If we just keep going, it should just be off over in this direction. Should start, yeah, you can start to see some rocky outcrops. That's probably where we're going to find this. You can find it out and about in the world, but yeah, I think these rocky outcrops are going to be good. I'll say we might even find a cave that we can mark down as well for later. There we go. I can see some copper straight away. See that tin? See that? There should be some copper there. We can't break the rock yet because we need a pickaxe, but we can pick up the little small pieces and the little rocks that are around. So there we go. That's good. We could just find some cassiterite as well. Oh, there we go. Oh my god. Oh wow. That's so good. Oh wow. Oh no, I know in the past it's taken me ages to find that stuff. Damn, that's good. Okay, normally I find you find like a load of tin but no copper, or you find a load of copper but no tin. So yeah, later on we will have to mine these up, but for now we'll just kind of leave them where they are, and we just kind of know where they are. It's all good. Well, let's keep exploring. We might as well. Wasn't expecting to find it that quick, although I need a lot more. So yeah, we don't have a huge amount. These are 10. When you break them down, you'll get the little pieces, which is what you use to melt the copper and tin down. But yeah, we're going to need a lot more than what we've got. But it's a good start. Hopefully it continues in that vein. This Blight as well will expand out. So like for instance, this at the moment I can get, but depending on the settings you've selected, could be in a week's time or less, you might not be able to pick this stuff up because the Blight has kind of taken it over. So yeah, just be aware of that. You can pretty much switch that off in the settings if you just want to kind of not much Blight and a more of a kind of just chilled out, well, not so much chilled out, but a just kind of more survival rather than the Blight thing. So you can switch those off. But go up here, usually we can find like log cabins and stuff, but yeah, hopefully we do. Also a coyote or two wouldn't go amiss. I've not actually seen a coyote yet, so it's a good point. Hopefully we see some of those soon. And, I can see rabbits. They're a bit of a pain to hit with the spear, but I guess we could give it a go. I just want some animal fat and some hide. Be good. There we go. Oh man, this is great. We are finding all of the copper that we're going to need. That's brilliant. Damn. Might as well grab it all. Yeah, this is fantastic. Damn, this has been a good map so far. Wow. Yeah, this place could serve for everything that we need, certainly for the early game anyway. We can find a cave or two. Probably a good chance of iron being in there as well, so steel later on. We've got sandstone. We will need that eventually, but it's quite big, so we want to harvest that close to home if we can. Let's have a little wander around. Kind of hoping to find a few little a log cabin or something, but yeah, right now we're not seeing it. It's only rabbits as well. I've not seen any coyotes or anything. Interesting. Probably should have turned the amount of animals up actually, but never mind. Didn't think to do that. I don't see anything. That's kind of what this view is useful for. You can kind of survey the surroundings and often see a log cabin or something. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep running around for a bit and see if I can find anything. I'll bring you guys back if I find something interesting. But where am I? I'm possibly heading off. Yeah, I'm heading off the map. But that's fine. Just kind of have a wander this way. I'll say if I find something cool, I'll bring you guys back. Aha! There we go. That's it. Just over the rise there. Just heading almost off the map actually. But yeah, there is a log cabin here. Let's hope. There's some covered glass bottles and yeah, nothing great, but I mean we'll take it all. It's still all good. Clay jar, that'll be very useful. All of this is good, but obviously, yeah, kind of hoped a pickaxe was in here if I'm honest, but oh, I can't pick that up. Can I pick that up? Yeah, there we go. And then if I take that out, and if I get a small stone, let's put that axe away. Should be able to use these to take apart these old shelves, and I could get some nails and stuff out of it. Planks wise, you know, they're good, but we may haul them back eventually. You know, it's going to take quite a few stones, but that's fine. They're going to break, so we'll just keep on doing that. Boom, there we are. Do the same with the table and that shelf. That'll get us a load of nails. That's really good. Plus, all the nails, we're going to need those for building, so Yeah, that's going to be definitely something that's needed, because you get to a point where you don't really need the nails much in the old version, whereas now all of the sort of house building stuff requires nails. So we're caning through that like it's going out of fashion, but we are using stones to bash apart a load of furniture, so you know that's kind of understandable. What I'm going to do is I think I'll just mark this. Where are we? Oh wow, we're really right on the edge. Enter a label. There we go. Just cabin. There we are. So we kind of know what it is there, although I can't actually see it because it's off the map. But yeah, I'm going to try and pick up. Oof, I'm going to have to. I know. Let's make some stockpiles, and I can move all the planks out. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I have moved everything out of there, and I've got an absolute stack of nails from that. That is absolutely fantastic. We are pretty much full, so I think it's a case of just making our way back now, really. Everything in the kiln should have finished. The long planks are kind of clipped into the ground there for some strange reason, but there you go. Early access and all. So let's make our way back. I kind of want to find another one, but I think really we should just kind of head back. Maybe we'll kind of go like this way a little bit, sort of more due north. Yeah, because we kind of came in this way. Yeah, if we kind of run due north, that'd be cool. Yeah, I've not seen there's a worrying lack of coyotes. Later on I'll be complaining that there's way too many and there's wolves and bears in the camp and all sorts of stuff, but yeah, right now I have not seen a lot of them. So yeah, because I'm going to need their hide to tan, so yeah, that's kind of what we're looking for right now. But yeah, right now I've not seen any. I think there's plenty of deer around, but they're a bit difficult to hit with a spear. But I guess we could give it a go. Well, we'll see anyway. I think what I'm going to do though, as I say, is I'm just going to run back, go this way, see if I can find anything interesting like a cave or anything. And the stuff that should be finished, we can then at least start making bronze. That's going to be the next thing. Make the soaking basin and that sort of thing. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I am back at base, and I think everything is finished here. Take all that stuff out now. That's brilliant. So we can then start working on the saw mold. Put the bricks in this pile. Let's say we'll use those later on. We'll need those for the next kiln. So let's just place that on the ground for now. It's just, yeah, what we're going to have to do. And then let's start this off. Ooh, I can't remember the... what was the transfer? Just like one. No, is it? I can't remember the ratio off the top of my head. I think it's 8 to 1, right? So that's just going to give us copper. We say do maybe half of that for now. Look a bunch of that in there. Getting good quality bronze. Still getting good. We need, how much do we need? So we need 500 for that, and then we need 100 each for those. Although, to be honest, given the amount of nails I just got, I don't think I really need those nail molds. Yeah, I think for now I'm just going to do that. That should be enough to make... I think if I take one of those out, I'll be okay. No, okay. Fair enough. That's fine. Yeah, I think it was like, yeah, it was like 8 to 1, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, sure that was the ratio. So that's going to cook for 21 minutes. And I've got 33 minutes of fuel time. I think one, yeah, 16. Okay. All right, obviously we're going to need to put some kindling and stuff in there and get that going. So let's just grab a bunch of those. Good. I'll grab some pine cones as well. Grab all of those. Sort them out in a minute. We'll get that going. So that's good. They're all empty. Brilliant. Let's light that up. And then we can then wait for the press smelt, because I have missed that before. There we go. And then that'll get that going. And then we want to kind of check back on that, because it will harden and you will lose some bronze. So let's just put those back down there again. Yeah, I gotta hunt some animals, man, because yeah, I haven't really seen any apart from a few deer that were knocking about and some rabbits. I've not seen any hostile animals yet, which I guess is not necessarily a bad thing, but yeah, normally you're trying to beat them off with a, or you can't beat them off with a stick. They're everywhere. But yeah, well, anyway, that's fine. So I guess what we should really start to do is at least just put a little temporary shelter. Oh, the other thing as well, I forgot to read the letter. We got Elric's letter, and I totally forgot to read that. So, read. So, I've seen your smoke from afar. We'll meet you in 2 days. So, yeah, it doesn't actually matter when you read that. He will turn up. So, in a couple of days' time, someone will turn up in your camp. But, yeah, it's after the first day. When you leave the camp and come back, a little raven has dropped something on the ground. And, yeah, it's a letter. And that's kind of how he communicates with you for most of the game. So... just put that on. Let's go around and grab some. We've got some long sticks anyway, but we could at least just mark out a basic, just very temporary shelter, just in case it starts raining. As when we start making salt, that sort of thing will dissolve if it gets really wet. So, and then obviously the campfire is going to go out and that sort of thing. So, we kind of want to start thinking about that. I think that's a good idea. Let's just check. We've got 5 minutes on that. So, posts. We want to place a medium post. So, put that, say, there. And then obviously you want those to light up green. They're not lit up green. And it's too far away. Go like that. Then obviously we want that one to be green as well. Put that there for the moment. And then we'll go and check on the furnace. I don't want that to go out. So, yeah, we're just very close. Still got 10 minutes of fuel left, but let's equip that. Oh, okay. I've got nails in my hand. And I've also got charcoal. And we're going to pour that into that mould. Like so. And there we are. It's now going to harden. Brilliant. Okay, yeah. I could do nails, but we've got so many, I don't think it's really worth it. So yeah, let's finish off, and we've got to get a handle built as well, haven't we? But let's continue this, and we can at least just get the basics. So again, as you're placing these down, you want everything to go green, so it kind of connects with the other one. So kind of go there, push that out a little bit, about there, say. Not going to be perfectly straight because you know it's hand built. And then we want some support beams, which again, a lot of this stuff is we're going to require lumber. It's going to require planks. It's going to require nails. So building a house is going to be extremely, extremely difficult. Put those there. We can fill those in later. How do we do that handle? Was it just a stick? It was just a stick, right? Go saw. So the handle was just a stick and we just carve it. Yeah, okay, that's good. Let's go and do that, and then we can put that together. And then we can start cutting up some of these logs into planks, and we can start thinking about making the soaking basin. I need to actually find some animals to take down as well. So yeah, that's gonna be a thing. But at least let's just put those in there. Oh, sorry, I clicked destroy. Keep doing that at times. I click on the wrong one rather than add. There we are. Just put that in there. That's fine. And then we'll go craft. Now, there's quite a lot of things the stick makes. There we are. There we go. Saw handle. And then that should now be hardened. Perfect. Oh, I keep pressing escape. And then we go craft and put that together. And then we should be able to just sharpen it a little bit. Yeah, we can sharpen it up. It's max durability, or it's max sort of condition. We can get it to 70. If we want to get it to 100, we need a grinding wheel, which, yeah, we're nowhere near ready for that. But a piece of small sandstone chunk will suffice for now. So that's all good. Brilliant. So let's come over here. We'll chop up one of these logs, and we'll start doing that as well. That's good. I need to start doing some water. Actually, we could use the pot that we got. Can we hold that thought? Because that just holds way more water. So let's drink all of that. Take that out. Let's pick that up. And then we can just boil the water in now. It'll take about an hour to boil it, but you know, you can do like half a litre or something. And then we can use this to fill the soaking basin until we can get a, till we can get the big jug. Oh, it's 25 minutes. 350 mils. Okay, all right. But it's more than double what we were doing, so that's great. And then let's get that. And we've got to pick that sucker up. Let's put it down. And we'll start sawing that one. I have to actually look what I need for the soaking basin. I think it's just short planks. I don't think there's any long planks, but I could be wrong on that. It's good. Have a look. Where are we? Tanning. Yeah, it's just short planks and nails. So I've almost got that. So let's bring that as close as we can to this water, because we're going to need to fill it up. Put salt in it and let them, you know, slowly soak. So we definitely want to put that there. That's great. So we need some more nails and just a couple of planks. That's easy enough. Chop up another one of those trees. Good. We just need... Sorry. We just need 5 nails. There we are. Good. And we'll come back over here. And then we'll have to start preparing because it's getting night time. So we need to fill up the fire with wood. Make sure that's going. I tend to just keep the fire going rather than let it go out. But yeah, hopefully we can find some animals because, yeah, I haven't found any, which is kind of bizarre. I kind of left that in place because that's a anvil, basically. You use the tree stump as an anvil. You can make one later on, but generally the tree stump's pretty good at that. So let's chop that up for firewood before we do anything else. And we'll just chuck that on the fire. So there we are. Keep that going. Press an escape, and then we'll go over here and just chop up some of these planks. Again, we're going to need these later on, so fine. And then, we're going to need some stones to be able to knock this thing together, aren't we? There we are, that's good. I need a hammer. I need a stone, so yeah. We don't have hammers yet. And again, I'm just going to throw this stuff down. Probably triggering a few people if you're a bit OCD. It is going to trigger you, but yeah, it's just kind of what you got to do at the moment in this game. So yeah, you know, it is what it is. That's all got a stick. That one's got one. Let's put the support beam in, and I just need some rope, which I might have that. Where did I put my stockpile of rope? Oh no, I think I used it on the stick basket actually. Yeah, I think I used it on that stick basket. Okay, right, well that's fine. Put that in there. Just have to go out and grab some dog's bane. And then, do we have any small stones anywhere? Oh yeah, there we go. We'll knock this thing together then. That's great. And then the next thing I'm going to need to do, actually, is start cooking down dandelions for the salt as well. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to get to this episode, but we could get somewhat close to it. That'd be great. Let's put this thing together. We may be able to knock it together completely in one go, or the stone may make it in one go. Wow. Okay, well that's pretty good. Sometimes you got to use 5 stones, sometimes you got to use 1, and that's it. So that's good. That was pretty lucky actually. Let's do the stockpile again. We'll just chuck those back down there. Great, because we don't need those. Now let's drink all of that water. And then I'm just going to place this on the ground. It will evaporate because I haven't got a top yet. But yeah, let's just take that. And then I'm just going to place it on the ground for now. If I have to build more, that's fine. And we'll just use this to start cooking up some of the dandelions that I picked. There we go. I've just been grabbing those slowly because I knew I'm going to need them. We need a lot of salt, so I think it's 500 grams if I remember off the top of my head. So yeah, quite a bit of salt. Sorry, not that one. I wanted that. But we could just get that in there like so. And if it rains, this will evaporate. So yeah. But you can start it off with any amount of salt, or pretty much any amount of salt. But obviously, I think 500 grams roughly is the optimal, and it'll go much quicker. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. I could start using that and just filling it with water, to be honest, but I think our next thing actually is going to be the tanning rack, isn't it? So what do we need for that? It's like a load of rope. So sticks, long sticks, and rope. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the fire going and make sure that's all set up. And then we'll go around and see if I can pick up more sticks, more dog's bane, that sort of thing. Just do some gathering and see whether we can get that sorted. And then we've got to find some animal hides, which, yeah, I'll say, unfortunately, I've just not found any. There doesn't seem to be any out here. There's, yeah, normally you've got coyotes and all sorts, but, yeah, right now, not much. Interesting. I don't think I switched them off. Can you switch them off? I'm not sure, but pretty sure I switched down their blight infectedness, but I didn't switch them off, but oh well, we'll find out. Anyway, I'm going to carry on gathering, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Oh, there's a dead rabbit. Okay. Alright, well, we'll have that, because we want that hide. All of this stuff will go off, but alright, well, that means there's predators in the area. So, yeah, it's 2% infected. But we could cook the rabbit. Take a bit of blight. I don't know. Anyway, let's just kind of crack on and let's keep on collecting. Okay, as you can see, it's the morning. Let's get a bit more firewood going. These supports are ready to go, and that should also be ready to be built as well. So that's good. I'm just going to need some more salt, which shouldn't take too long, and then obviously we're going to need some more actual animal hides to be able to tan. Let's throw that in there. I also made this, which is 50 grams of salt and also 4 cloves of garlic, and you can make a sort of flavorful cooked rabbit, seasoned rabbit. It gives you a little bit of stamina recovery as well for 40 minutes. I am going to get 0.6 blight, but it is going to give me 30 food, so I figured I'd go for it. Why not? But yeah, most of the time you just generally eat pine cones, because or at least the pine nuts, because they're slightly better. Let's just burn that as well. That's good. Let's build all of these things, and we can at least get those supports in, and then we'll perhaps start working on the roof in the next one. And I think I'm going to have to go out and try and find some actual animals to kill, or see whether I can take down like one of those deer or something. We can make flint spears, so that might be the way to go, I think. Oh, it's missing a couple of rope. Okay, there we are. Now it's ready to go. That's good. And I've got a decent amount of salt, but I think I've only got about 300 grams. So we're getting there, but there we are. And then obviously, once we've soaked that hide, we can then stretch it out in here and it dries, and then we get leather from it. But yeah, quite a lengthy process. So we're going to need to add, yeah, I've got 330, so it's not too bad. I mean, we might be able to set it off. It's not going to be optimal, but let's set it off anyway. Screw it. I'm just going to fill it up with this. Oh, I forgot to check the fish as well. There's 5 in there. We'll have to do that, but let's get this quickly filled up. So if we just come over here, and then we just empty that. It's going to take me a little bit of time to fill this up, and then I'll throw the salt in there, because yeah, it's not optimal, but it's decent enough. It'll get us going, and then it looks like Elric is coming the next day, so we've still got to wait for a mysterious stranger to turn up. So yeah, it's not going to take long though for him to come, so he'll give us our first mission, which will be good. But if we could get this backpack next episode, that'd be really good. I think the rabbit only gives us 2 leather. I think we need like 6 or something. We'll have to check the backpack, but I'm sure it's like 6 or something like that. Let's just keep on going and filling. That's what's good about this jar. It's given us 500 milliliters as opposed to the bowl. You could do it with a bowl for 200. There is a big jug, which eventually I would make, but for now we don't have that. We need the bigger kiln for that. So that's good. Let's chuck that in there. And then I'm going to throw that salt in. Oh, can I do 200 at a time? There we are. So you can see 65% efficiency. It's not too bad. We could get it up a bit more, but I think for now that gets it started. This will evaporate as well, so we'll have to keep an eye on that, and just keep topping it up every so often. The salt, generally you don't have to top up much. Certainly the last time I played it, but yeah, you're going to have to just re-top the water. So Once we get the salt in there, that should be good. Let's take that out and we'll just reboil that. That's good. So, I think for now, though, I think this is a good place to call it. And I think we'll end the episode. We've got some sticks. Let's just throw some of these piles on. And then I chop down one of these trees and put it on the fire. That's that. I think I'm going to chop this one down. And then this, I was thinking, is possibly going to where my little blacksmith workshop will be. I have a little workshop here. And then the house kind of roughly where the campfire is. Around there is kind of what I was thinking. So I kind of left those stumps in because these act as anvils. If you click on them, then you can forge various items, etc. You can actually make an anvil, but yeah, the tree stumps are generally better, certainly for now. But well, I'd started chopping this one down and thought, I better leave that. But yeah, I was thinking that might be where my workshop is, but we'll see. But anyway, I think for now, I think this is a good place to call it, as I say, and I think we'll end the episode. So if you like that one, please give me a thumbs up, comment your thoughts down below, subscribe for more, I really do appreciate it. Stay safe out there, everyone, and I'll catch you next time.